Hello everyone, and before I get into what this video actually is about, there's a few things I want to talk about first. The first thing is, it is June 1st while I'm recording this. I don't think this video will be up until like the 5th or something like that, but I just want to say very quickly, Happy Pride Month. And then I want to get into the fact that when I started this channel, I was in high school. It was my freshman summer, so many years ago. Now I'm a sophomore in college, so started this channel quite a while ago. And when I first started this channel, it was mainly about books. A lot of you probably don't remember that because you weren't around then. Most of high school, I just read a lot. And most of my videos were about books. I'd say over half of them were. I just loved reading, and I still really love reading, but since I've been in college, I have not read as much as I did in high school. I love making other videos and stuff, and I'm going to continue to make other videos about other things, but I definitely want to get more back into reading and making videos about reading. I have read consistently throughout college and stuff, just not as much as I did in high school, and I haven't made that many videos about it. I don't know why. I've just kind of gotten away from it, but I want to get back into that some. So yeah, I'm excited about that. That being said, if you guys have any bookish type of videos you'd like to see, like if there's a certain book tag, or if you guys, I used to do readathons all the time, and readathons are basically when you have this certain period of time that you just try and read as much as possible. Used to do those all the time. If you guys would like to see stuff like that, let me know. Or if you have any other bookish ideas of videos I could do. I was doing a little bit. I think I only did one of them, but I was doing Read With Me. So yeah, if you guys want more of those. But yeah, I would appreciate some ideas because I want to include more books on my channel because books are like my happy place and I miss making a lot of videos about them. Okay, so that being said, a lot of you here might not know what a TBR is because you didn't originally subscribe to me for book content, and you might not be familiar with book terminology. A TBR is to be read, so this is basically all the books that I plan to read this month. However, I am terrible at TBRs. I don't think I ever even made a TBR video because I knew I wouldn't stick with it. So even when I was consistently doing bookish videos on my channel, I never did TBRs because I'm terrible with sticking to them. I changed my mind on what I want to read. And I have no idea why I'm doing this video right now because I know I'll change what I want to read. And also, it's an extremely busy month. I start a summer class and I'm going to Universal Studios with my boyfriend later this month. So yeah, I don't know why I'm making this video right now because I know this is not going to happen. Even if I read this many books, it wouldn't be these 4 because like I said, I always change what I plan to read. I'm always changing my mind because I'm very much a mood reader. I just read what I'm in the mood for. But for whatever reasons, I decided I'm going to make this TBR anyways. So this is a very ambitious list. I have 4 books, and the one I'm currently reading I still need to finish, and then I have 4 new ones I'm going to be showing you guys today, and that's a lot, especially on a normal month. But then I also have a chemistry class, an 8-week chemistry class this summer that is starting next week, and like I said, me and my boyfriend are going to Universal Studios, so I don't know when I'm going to get time to actually read these, but yeah, if I actually do this, I will be so impressed. And all together, that would be 5, because like I said, I have a book I'm reading right now, and I'm going to show you guys the 4 other ones I plan to read this month. So I don't know why I'm making this video, you guys, but let's get into the books. So this is in no particular order or anything. I don't know what order I'll be reading these, but the first one I'm going to show you is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. A lot of you have probably heard of this. It's a pretty popular book. I don't know. I've heard about it a lot, and I saw it at Half Price Books a few months ago, and I was like, ooh, I hear a lot of good things about this book, so I decided to pick it up. So I'm going to read the synopsis for you guys. Sharpen your blade, harden your heart. Jude was 7 when her parents were murdered, and she and her 2 sisters were stolen away to live in the treacherous high court of Fairy? Yeah, sorry. I'm terrible at reading out loud. I love reading, quietly reading myself, but I hate reading out loud, but I want to tell you guys what this is about. 10 years later, Jude wants nothing more than to belong there, but many of the Fae despise humans, especially Prince Carden, the youngest and wickedest son of the High King. To To win a place at the court, Jade must defy him and face the consequences. So yeah, that sounds really good. And I'm really excited to read this. So the next book on my TBR is Teardrop by Lauren. Her name's covered up. Let's see if we can find it somewhere else. I don't see anywhere else. I'm sure in here it says her name somewhere. I don't know. I can't find her name, but it says in here for Matilda, which is so cool because that is my dog's name. So that's really cute. This was for my dog, but it literally does not have her name in here, but maybe it's here. Yes, Lauren Kate. This is by Lauren Kate. And this cover is absolutely horrific. I hate this cover. Like, I don't know. The cover is not, I definitely did not buy this for the cover. But what drew me to this was when I was at Half Price Books, I saw this, and this looks very pretty. So I grabbed it, and then I was like, that cover is terrible. But I still decided to give it a chance and read what it was about. And this was a few months ago, so I don't remember what it was about, but I obviously liked the way it sounded because I ended up getting it, even though the cover is absolutely ugly. I really was a champ at the statement, don't judge a book by its cover, because if I was judging this book by its cover, ugh, I hate it. And it's beautiful, the background's beautiful, but the face, I hate that. I hate it, okay? But anyways, I'm going to read you guys the synopsis. Sorry you have to struggle through me not being able to read out loud again. Never, ever cry. Eureka Baudrick's mother drilled that rule into her daughter years ago, but now her mother is gone, and everywhere Eureka goes, he is there. For some reason, I thought that sounded like it would be a girl name. I don't know why, but anyways. Ander, the tall, pale, blonde boy who seems to know things he shouldn't, who tells Eureka, wait, I'm so confused. Eureka goes, he is there. Okay, so I'm really struggling right now. I'm so sorry. But, okay, so Eureka is a girl and Anders the boy. I was, like, confused there for a second because it made it sound like, and I was like, Eureka sounds like a girl name. I've never heard that name before. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. But that just sounds like a girl name to me. But anyways, okay, we're going to try this again. Okay, so Ander, the tall, blonde boy who seemed to know things he shouldn't, who tells Eureka she is in grave danger, who comes closer to making her cry than anyone has before. But Ander doesn't know Eureka's darkest secret ever. Since her mother has drowned in a freak accident, Eureka wishes she were dead too. She has little left that she cares about, just her old best friend Brooks, and a strange inheritance, a locket, a letter, and a mysterious stone, and an ancient book no one understands. The book contains a haunting tale about a girl who got her heart broken and cried an entire continent into the city. And something about the story is uncannily familiar. Eureka is about to discover that the ancient tale is more than a story, that Ander might be telling the truth, and that her life has far darker undercurrents than she ever imagined. From Lauren Kate comes an epic saga of heart-stopping romance, devastating secrets, and dark magic. A world where everything you love can be washed away. I thought that sounded really good. Anyway, sorry I struggle so much reading out loud. It's probably painful to watch. So this is the next book of my TBR. It is Acurrence. I literally have no idea how to say this. I'm just so sorry. So this is another cover that I didn't really care for. And by the way, it's by Lynette Nani. And it was the same thing as the other book, but I found this one at Barnes & Noble. And I saw this, and I was like, that looks neat. And then I grabbed it. And then I was like, I don't really know. I like this cover better than the other one, but it's still not my favorite cover. But I decided to give it a chance, and I read the synopsis, and I decided to get it. And also, Sarah J. Maas wrote a blurb on it, or not a blurb, is that what you call it? I'm not sure. But she said, Lynette Nani's books are impossible to put down. And for those of you who don't know, Sarah J. Maas is like one of my favorite authors ever. So hearing that from her has made me very intrigued. Anyways, I'm going to try and read you guys the synopsis and hopefully not struggle through it. With just one step, 16-year-old Alexandria Jennings' world changes. Literally. Dreading her first day at a new school, Alex is stunned when she walks through a doorway and finds herself stranded in Meteora, a fantasy world full of impossibilities. Desperate to return home, she learns that only one man can help her, but he's missing. While waiting for him to reappear, Alex attends Akernena Academy. These words are so hard to say, you guys. Meteora's boarding school for teenagers with extraordinary gifts. She soon starts to enjoy her bizarre new world and the friends who embrace her as one of their own. But strange things are happening at Akerney, and Alex can't ignore her fear that something unexpected, something sinister is looming. An unwilling pawn in a deadly game, Alex's shoulders bear the crushing weight of an entire race's survival. Only she can save the Meteorans, but what if doing so prevents her from ever returning home? Will Alex risk her entire world and maybe her life to save Meteora? So it kind of sounds a little cliche, but those are good sometimes. Like the whole like protagonist female teenager saves the world and stuff. I don't know. It sounded really interesting and I'm excited to read it. And I love like the cover, like the nature part of it. I really don't like people on the covers, but I like this one because their faces in it. But why couldn't they just take her out of this? Like, it would look so much better without her in it. So the last book on my TBR is so embarrassing. I have not got to this. I feel like I've been saying for years that I've been trying to get to this. And it is Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nagin. And what makes this so embarrassing is I literally have a signed copy. I found it at Barnes & Noble, and I've been trying to get around to reading this forever. And it's so embarrassing because it's such a popular book, and I literally have a signed copy. I feel so bad. There's so many people out there who have read this and probably loved it and like want a signed copy because they loved it. Like, so many people I've heard this is like their favorite book of all times, and I literally owned a signed copy and I haven't read it, but I'm really going to try and get to it this month. So I'm going to read to you guys what it's about. A lot of you probably already know if you are familiar with the book community because it was talked about so much like 2 years ago, which is why when I saw a signed copy, I got it. And I'm like, I'm sure I'll get around to it soon. And then I just never did. So hopefully I do this month. Each year, 8 beautiful girls are chosen as paper girls to serve the king. It's the highest honor they could ever hope for, and the most demanding this year. There's a 9th, and instead of paper, she's made of fire. Lee is of the paper castle, the lowest class in Ikahara. I hate these words, like the names and the names of places. Reading them out loud is terrible. Anyways, even so, rumors of her golden eyes have piqued the king's interest, and so she is ripped from her home and taken to the Oplet Palace, I'm so sorry. Where was I? I don't even know. I'm so sorry for this, you guys. Okay, where was I? Prison. Her life now behold to the demon's king every whim. But as Lee dreams of escape, she does the unthinkable. She falls in love. Her forbidden romance enmeshes with a explosive plot that threatens the king's very ring, will force Lee to decide just how far she's willing to go to fight for her freedom. Lush, poetic, and utterly unforgettable, Girls of Paper and Fire is an extraordinary tale reminding us that pure love and passion can be transcendent even the bleakest of fates. Can transcend even the bleakest of fates. I'm sorry, this video is just me struggling to read. Anyways, so that is my TBR for this month. I'm so sorry again for making you guys... And now I just keep apologizing. I feel like I'm going to edit this and be like, oh my god, so embarrassed to post it. But it's crazy. This is what I used to always do, is sit here and talk about books. And now I seem to struggle so much. Like, I don't know. I feel like I was so awkward when I started my channel. So like, I'm doing better than I used to. But I still just feel awkward sometimes. Like, I don't know. Sometimes it's just hard to talk, you know? But lots of these books, since I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're literally all fantasy. They have like these made up places that I have no idea how to say it. And then I just feel awkward. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know any books you're thinking about reading this month. Summer's the perfect time to read because lots of us have more time. Personally, I actually like fall and winter reading, but I typically have more time during the summer because of school. Even though I take summer classes, I normally have less workload than during the school year. So it actually works out better for me to read more in the summer, but I actually really like reading in the fall and winter. I just love the atmosphere. But I know summer is a great time for a lot of people to read because they have more time. So definitely try and pick up a book this summer and read if you aren't an avid reader. It's really good to read. It's really good for your mind. It's really good, I think, for your soul. And it's just really good to read. And I feel like it's something that a lot of this generation has gotten away from because of technology. And I mean, if you like to read digitally, that's great too, but I think it's just a whole different experience to pick up an actual like paper book and read it and put down your phone for a little bit and escape into a world. Like, it's just amazing. But this video is already really long, so I'm gonna end it now. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.